Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am finally here with my April planner flip through. So I am excited to be here to flip through my April planners, but before I actually show you the pages, I wanted to talk a little bit about like what happened in April, just to give you some context. April was the month I was going to get back into my planning. I was moving in March from digital planning to April paper planning and getting back into all of the planners that I have. And then April became very busy for me, like insanely busy. I have been better in May about recording videos, but May is also fairly busy, so that's why this video is coming up so late in the rotation. But I wanted to record this video just because I think it's important to see how you don't have to be perfect in your planners, that you can have a plan to use your planners, but when life gets busy, that it's okay to simplify, to shift, to pivot, to make the changes that you need to, so that way you get your plans down on paper or in your phone or wherever you need them, and just be able to operate and function without being in the decorating. So with all that being said, I wanted to go ahead and move a couple of planners to the side. So I have right here 2 planners that I will definitely flip through. And then I have these 2 planners that I will flip through, and it will be a short flip through, I think. And then I have these 3 planners right here. So I'll actually start off with this set. Oh, and before I flip or talk about these, I will mention a couple of like honorable mentions. I do have my girls' memory books and Sophia's question and answer journal. Those I do not flip through on this channel, just because, or like during this video, just because I consider this my functional planning, so I don't flip through that. And then there's one planner that I didn't put on the pile, but it's my faith planner. Now I do know that I have faith notes. I must not have put them into the faith planner, but yeah, I couldn't find my faith notes, so that one is missing from the stack, and normally I would flip through that in this monthly video. But this planner was my reading planner. I didn't use it at all, even though I did want to get back into it. I did not end up reading at all. And then this one was my family planner. I did decide in April not to use this planner at all, and so it is empty. I just wanted to make mention of it. And then this one is my budget planner. Now I do have my budget in here for April, but I won't show you those numbers just because, you know, they're my personal numbers. But what I do have is, let me turn to a blank month. Okay, so it has this monthly budget. This budget planner I got from Amazon. It's SOLIGT budget planner. I'll link it in the description so you can get the name and get the link. But I pulled out some of the pages and basically used this as like a monthly planning page. And so this monthly budget I did fill out for myself. And then this page, I have not been good about it, but I normally keep track of like any planner related purchases, and I just use it just like a calendar. I date it, and then put any dollar amounts in here, and then at the bottom I just total it up. And then I haven't been doing this either, but it's a monthly budget review, so it has balance from last month, total income, total expense, difference, total saving, balance forward, and you just fill out with numbers. And then here, where did I have the most trouble? What could I improve this month? What goals can I set for next month? And so you have some journaling spots. And then this envelope I basically use for bills. So my household bills I do keep as paper bills that come in the mail to me, and I just keep it in here so that way I can keep track of that. So I did use this, I put in my budget for sure, but I didn't fill out any of the rest of it. So I just wanted to show that to you, just to, you know, get us started. Again, I try my best to be in these planners, but you know, when life gets busy, you gotta like pause some things, right? I wanted to talk about this too, just because this is one of the other specialty planners that I use. So I've already, again, talked about faith, my reading planner, my family planner, my budget planner, and now my chores planner. And those are like the big ones for me in terms of specialty plans. For me, when I get busy, those are the plans. These planners are the ones that are the first to be dropped off the list, and so that's why they're kind of light for April. But in the first half of this, I've got like basically a household extension pack with DIY pages and all sorts of other stuff in there. Let me move a couple of things, like there's just too much happening here. But in April, I did again attempt to do this. We wanted to get Sophia back on track with doing chores, and so she did this. This is a video on my channel where she wrote this up and, you know, talked about her chores and the things that she wanted to do. You can see we didn't even, like, we did it for a few days. She did do chores, we just stopped after a couple of days. Same thing here, she just stopped after a while. Again, this is the same video. She set these two pages up together. And then I had this page that I printed it out, but I ended up not ever using. And that was my goal, was just to use these printables and just kind of see where that went. But then I also decided to go back to the Simply layout, which I was using for chores planning, and I decorated, you can see here, basically the spread. Let me move this out of the way. So I decorated the spread right here, and I wrote in it basically for 2 days, the first and the second being right there, but otherwise it's not written in, and you can see it's pretty much empty for the rest of the month. All right, so general theme so far at least is that, you know, I basically fell off the planner radar with these specialty planners. Again, the specialty planners are the ones that tend to just kind of go to the wayside when I'm busy. Now I do want to show you this stack right here. So these three, my personal, my work planner, and my social media planner, I did use. And so just full disclosure though, for my personal planning, I don't really feel like it's important for me to go back and back plan, just because, you know, if it's something that I did and it's big enough that it occurred and I want to make note of it, it's going to end up in my memory keeper for the girls. And so I'll make note of it in the memory books for the girls. So I don't feel like I need to go back and write those into my personal planner. For my work planner and my social media planner, on the other hand, I treat those as kind of like my job, even though, you know, social media is kind of like a hobby for me. I don't get really paid for it, but for my job at least, I want to make sure that I have all of my notes together. And so when I get busy, I might not take notes in the moment, but I do go back and take notes. And so for April, for both social media and work, I did go back in and kind of do some back planning, so that way these pages are completed. So I just wanted to give you that caveat. I didn't do those in the moment, you know, on April 10th. I didn't actually complete April 10th or whatever. I did kind of probably end of the month go back in and just make sure that those pages were complete, just because, again, I want those notes to be together. So with that being said, then I'm going to flip through my personal planner. Now, I think my personal planner is a good reflection of my life. I love to plan. I love to decorative plan. I love to use the stickers. I love to do all of those things. But when I get busy, I tend to drop something, right? First thing to go, specialty planners, which I just talked about. The second thing to go is decorating with stickers. And so you'll see that kind of reflected here in my personal planner. Let me get to April. Now the setup for how I had my personal planner for 2024 is there are like two kind of planners or sections in here. The first one is the time tracking, which I decided in April that I wasn't going to do. So I was using this Work Plus Life hourly layout to do time tracking. And again, I had already decided, just because I thought April would be kind of busy, that I would drop that. And so I did drop that. And made that decision even before April started. But I did want to get back into doing my daily pages. And so the daily pages are a tool, letter size, daily on 2 pages, as you can see here. It is set up for classic. And so what ended up happening is these letter size pages were outdated. And so across the top here, it has all the dates. So I just cut it off. You can see like basically there's like a random number from the monthly calendar, and then I just trimmed it down the margin so that way it would be the classic size 7 by 9.25. And so it's on 2 pages. I love that it has this hourly, so I can put events like right here, that things that are timed or time related. And then I have a to-do list. I normally have a section for like my food log, and then I do journal, so you can kind of see that. And so this is kind of what it looks like. I'll flip through it now that I've explained the different sections. I did decorate, you can see here, for the first few days. And I'm pretty sure at some point I just stopped decorating. I can't remember in April if I did these as individual videos. I feel like I did. I did record these as individual videos, like maybe shorts or something like that for YouTube. Right, and then one thing right here that I'm noticing is I jumped from the 6th to the 8th, so missed a day in there. And then here, this is where it starts, okay? And so I got so busy. This was the point where I got assigned basically 5 reports to write in the next 4 weeks. And so I was just scrambling to write the reports. And so you can see here, I barely wrote anything for the 9th. And it was so bare that I was like, let's just not waste this side. Let me go ahead and put the date on this side as well and write on here. And even just like with 2 days, it is still very bare. It's also no stickers, you can see that, right? Same thing here. I did fill this out. I had more events, so I put the events in here for sure. but this 11th and the 12th, and I'm pretty sure this is the 13th as a single day, just because I did put like my food log over here and these are events over here. So this is the 13th, and then this is the 14th, again for both sides, just because my food log is over here by itself. Okay, and then I think this is the 15th. I should have dated these. To me, it's important to get my notes in here, and so I may go back and date it just so that way I am aware of where I fall, you know. But and then here is, I'm assuming, Tuesday the 16th, right? And then this is where my divider was. So I must not have filled anything out. I will say now, after this, the 15th was, like I said, the 16th, and the 17th of April was when I started travel to Go Wild. And so we were at Go Wild in Dallas for that trip. And then after that, that was when all of my deadlines came about. My reports were due May 1st. And so I basically, you can see here, just did not do paper planning. I will say that I did put some notes in my phone, but again, not that important for me to pull it off and like put it in my planner. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay, and then so, you know, like I said, I did go back in and fill in some extra notes for my work and my social media. I'm gonna show you my social media first, just because it's the simplest. And the way that I set this up, this is a big planner. My work planner is also a big planner. Since they're business related, I thought it would make sense for it to be like a different size than my personal stuff. But I decided to convert a teacher layout to a monthly. And again, full disclosure, I filled this in after the fact, probably like May 1st or 2nd, something like that. But I decorated it and just started filling it in. And what I do here is basically put my YouTube like closer to the top, and then underneath that are like all of my Instagram posts. Again, I just like to track that all together. That's just how I like to do it. And then finally, I have my work planner. Now again, full disclosure, I did fill in some of this stuff after the fact, you know, just letting you know and being honest with you about that. But let me get to April. So April, is this April? I think this is April, but it says March. Okay, so this is April the 1st through the 7th, and so this is what it looks like. I definitely need to change that. That's going to confuse me, right? And then it goes into here, April, right? And the way I use my work planner is basically events and meetings. In these boxes, I track my work hours in this section, and usually on this side, I will track to-do lists and projects, and so that's kind of what it looks like. And again, full disclosure, I did write in some of this after the fact, just going back a page. Like here, I was on vacation because of Go Wild, so, you know, a lot of this was transferred into this afterwards. And then this is the beginning of May right here, but I wanted to go ahead and show you like at least the 29th and 30th. So that's kind of what it looks like. I did decorate these pages beforehand, so definitely that was something that I did do for my work planner. Again, I like to keep it all together, and same for my social media, I did decorate it beforehand, but the notes ended up getting written in there afterwards. I won't pull all my planners, but definitely I have basically what I was able to use, long story short, is going to be my personal planner, my work planner, and my social media planner. And I feel like I've talked to you about like what I did and how I did it for the month of April when I was super busy. So yeah, that was, I feel like, fairly straightforward, although I was fairly chatty, but hopefully you got a sense of like what I did to manage how busy I was in April, and hopefully it was fun for you to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.